Hey guys, welcome back to the Grovesters. Today we're going to talk about Christmas ornament bolos. Christmas ornaments are one of my favorite pickups, mostly because they're just fun and also because they sell really well, especially for me. I didn't realize how well they were selling till last year. They told us we were in like the top 5% of Christmas ornament sellers. So if you want to get into Christmas ornaments, this video is for you, or if you're just interested in learning more about what Christmas ornaments to be thrifting for yourself if you want to know how to find the vintage ornaments. Um, and I'm going to give you kind of some of the BOLO brands and some of the brands that maybe to avoid as a reseller. So let's start out with the one that everybody knows, Shiny Brites, right? You know the name, Shiny Brites, you see it on the box, and you instantly know this is going to be worth something. So let me go through the different types of Shiny Brites. There is these types, which are very plain. Then there's Shiny Brites that have like a mica on them with a pattern. This one actually has like little trains on it. And then there's Shiny Brites that are tear shaped. I've sold all those. There's Shiny Brites that have like a kind of a like they'll have something like this to them or something. The more fancy the Shiny Brite is, the more they're going to be sold for. So for example, this box of Shiny Brites, they're little, so they're kind of a standard size. They're nothing special, just basic colors. They're going to sell in the $20 range. Now, these three of these are going to sell in like $28. So it's more expensive to buy these ones with the mica on it than it is to buy these little plain small ones. Shiny Brites have a couple different crowns on them, and sometimes they'll say Shiny Brite on the crown. This one actually says Shiny Brite on the crown. And if you look, this one's kind of like a flat crown, almost looks crimped like a soda can. These ones have like a scallop to them, but they're still crimped, and they say Shiny Brite on them. This one is like an older one. It has the scallop, no crimping to it, and all it says is made in the USA. So it can be harder to decide that it's a Shiny Brite sometimes unless you find the exact same Shiny Brite, because during this time, some of them were all making the same. Obviously, in box always sells better than out of box. And another brand that I always go for and pick up are pyramids. You'll see them in boxes like this or in yellow boxes. They'll say pyramid on them. They're actually made by Roush. So when you say Roush or you say pyramid, it's kind of the same thing. It's like the brand and then the sub brand. It's like Hallmark Keepsake, that kind of thing. Their crowns will also be, these ones don't have any crowns on them. Let me grab some. Roush does the scalloped crowns. These are just plain. So these ones won't go for as much. The number one with ornaments is the fancier they are, the more kind of decoration they have to them, more unique they are, the more money you'll get out of them. But they have that same scallop to them. I haven't ever seen one with crimping. A lot of times they'll be printed on them, made in the USA. They don't usually have any sort of insignia. There's no name listed on them. They're just kind of that basic one. So if you find them in the box, you're for sure knowing that they're Ralph or Pyramid. If they're out of the box, it becomes a little harder. Another thing I do is sometimes I get boxes like this, or I get bags of ornaments, and there'll be broken ones, and I save the crowns so that when I get a box like this with no crowns, I have replacement crowns for them. They always sell better if you have an actual crown for them because people want the original crown that says Shiny Brite, Pyramid, Holly, whatever the brand is on it. All right. Holly is another big brand. Once again, in box, the more unique they are, the more they sell for. This box will actually do better. This one will probably be in the $16 to $18 range. They don't sell for as much as a Shiny Brite, but these ones have some decoration to them. What's great about old ones, and what you can tell are old ones, is they have like this oxidization I can't say the word, oxidization on them where the mercury glass itself is oxidizing. And so that's how you can tell that they're kind of older. They have these great crowns on them, same scallop on them, with holly. A lot of them will say HD. HD means that they're a holly one. And they are great vintage pickup, especially if you have the box. I always grab them. Krebs is probably the brand I find the most. Yard sales, estate sales, thrift stores, I find Krebs all the time. They're kind of a little more mass produced than some of the other ones. They're a little newer. A lot of people had them, especially in the 90s. And so I can pick them up for like $1 or something a pack. And the more ornate they are, the more they go for. So they don't sell as much. They're more, so going kind of down in price on my list here. Shiny Brites are the highest. Krebs are kind of the lowest I go. I won't grab anything like Target or any of that kind of newer stuff. But the more ornate they are, the more they'll go for. So the more ornate ones like this will go like in the $15, $16 range, where like some basic ones are going to go more in the $13 range. But if you're getting them for $1 and you're selling them for $13, that's still a great upsell on them. They always have like this, they have a very distinctive crown. There's some knockoff versions of their crowns, but their crown in the middle has like a little insignia, and it says CBK, which is Christmas by Krebs, on it. Usually the easiest. I find them the most in the box. And when I get them, sometimes I get them without a full set or like a mixed set. So like these two boxes came, and this one is not a Krebs, so I'm going to pull it out. These ones are all gold, but there's two that aren't just solid gold. And then this one has only one in here that's not solid gold. So I'm going to pull this one out and mix it into this box so that it's 3 and 3. And then what I'll do is I have a whole box of random other ornaments. And in this box, I've got Krebs, I've got holly, I've got pyramid. And they're just like leftover ones that have been in a bag or something like that. And I'll find one that matches this set, like the same color gold. Like this one actually might be the same color gold. So I can take out this plastic fake one and put this one in. It matches the set, and then it's complete. It's great. So I end up with like shoe boxes or bags of just random ornaments to plug into some of these. And that's how you make sure that you're selling full sets of these. Another brand everybody always picks up is Hallmark. You always want the Hallmark. So the best way, sometimes you luck out and they're just at the thrift store and you can get them for like $1 or something a piece. But most of the time what I do is buy them in lots. So somebody will put them on Marketplace in a lot, or I'll go to like an estate sale or a yard sale, or I'll just find somebody that has a whole bunch and I'll offer them a certain amount, where I'm only paying $1 or $2 an ornament without even looking at them, because I know most of them I can get at least $10 out of them. Some of like the just less fancy ones, you know, baby's first Christmas or something like that. But when you take some of these lots, then all of a sudden you find in that lot, so I took a lot of them, bought them, I don't know, like 100 or so for like $40. And most of them were only like $10, $15 ornaments. But I found one in that lot. It was $100 ornament. It was a cardinal one, and I'm sure Jason will flash it on the screen. And it sold for a lot of money. And it wouldn't have been one that I would have even thought to lens for being an expensive one. And that's the problem, is there's so many BOLOs with Hallmark that it's hard to list them all because they're never ones you think they are. Everybody goes for like a superhero one or something like that, but those get overproduced. It's some of the other random ones. But ones I know for sure that I always take more of a risk on are any of these big animated ones that like plug in. So this one sells for a lot. I bought a lot of these for like $50, and I think there was 5 of them in there, so I was paying $10 a piece. But each one of them is sold for like $40 to $50 a piece. So it was worth paying that for all of them. So that was a good pickup. That was actually a Marketplace find on there. And then sometimes I just end up at yard sales and stuff and end up with these boxes of ornaments, just like this. And once again, some of these don't have anything on their crowns, but I can tell by this crown that this one is a vintage one. I can tell by this crown that this is going to be a Christmas by Krebs. I picked up the whole box for like, I don't know, like $1. And so I bought these basically to be able to plug into boxes with other ones and make full boxes to sell. So I don't worry about that because I sell them so much. Otherwise, if you're not planning on selling a lot, sometimes buying them just like this without a box isn't worth it, because then you have to mix and match to try and make your boxes of them. Another BOLO that you should already know is Jim Shore ornaments. Always sell for a good amount. These actually were in that box of Shiny Brites. I didn't see them. I bought the box of Shiny Brites, got it home, and they were like hiding in the bottom of the box. And so they were just a bonus to that box. I think I bought the box for $2. This set sells for $30. Right along the same line as Jim Shore is these Midwest of Cannon Falls. Eddie Walker designed. They sell, I think I have these for like $15 or something. You can pick these type of ornaments up usually for $1 or $2. They have that wood carved look. They're kind of more distinctive. It's kind of that same almost Jim Shore look to them. The Midwest of Cannon Fall, the glass ones sell for like $15 to $20 as well. But my absolute favorite, my best find, I never thought I would actually see these in person. I'm so nervous to handle these right now. These are from World War II glass ornaments. And I will show you these. I don't want to hold these too much, but so this right here, this topper on them is paper. So the crown that holds this onto the tree is paper on a rubber band. And the reason they did this is during World War II, all of the metal was becoming scarce, and so they weren't using it for a lot of things like Christmas ornaments. So they made these paper hangers for Christmas ornaments instead. So these ones sell for $10 to $12 a piece because of this little hanger, because these are like very, very old. And I had learned about these, but I never thought I would see one in person. I opened up a box and found 3 of them, and I was so excited. So now on to the ornaments that I would not pick up unless you get a good deal or unless you sell a lot of ornaments and just want to. Avon. I don't like Avon ornaments. They don't sell. They don't move. This one I got for 75 cents. It's listed for $10. It's what everybody else has them listed for, and it's sat for a year. And sometimes it's not worth selling something under $10. So if you can't move mass amounts, it's not worth them. Another one I don't like picking up as much anymore. I used to pick up all these wood ornaments all the time. I will pick them up now if there's a big lot of them, because you can lot them up and sell them, like, 15, 20 of them for $15 or something, $10. But trying to sell them like individually, people don't want to buy them individually. They want to buy a mass amount of them. So I don't pick them up. I don't pick up anything this one it was a glass ornament, but it's a no name. It's probably just an Amazon ornament. I wouldn't pick it up again. I am very particular about any of these yarn ornaments. Unless I can make sure that it is a vintage one, it's like a pyramid one or something, I don't pick them up because they are still produced and they are mass produced on Amazon. So they're not that great of a pickup. And what the other ones I have are that I wouldn't pick up again. I don't know. Oh, plastic. Don't pick up plastic ornaments. People don't like plastic ornaments for some reason. You can sell glass ornaments, you cannot sell glass. People won't buy the plastic Santas and stuff. They would just rather buy them on Amazon. So Well, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and I love making videos about Christmas ornaments, so if you want another one, let me know.